Hey guys, welcome to the latest edition of the Muir Reflection. John from the John Muir Show here, and following last Tuesday's Super Tuesday, the 2020 Democrat presidential primary rolls on tomorrow as voters in 6 more states will head to their polling places and weigh in on who it is that they want to be the Democrat nominee for president come this November. Of course, right now, all of the momentum is with former Vice President Joe Biden, whose campaign is back from the dead after he won in South Carolina just over a week ago, and after he won 10 states on last week's Super Tuesday slate. Now, for Joe Biden, he's continuing to have all this momentum. He's continuing to rack up these endorsements. It's really remarkable for multiple reasons. First of all, when you look at some of these individuals who are endorsing Joe Biden, these are people who have said some absolutely terrible things about Joe Biden. Most recently, over the weekend, we had failed 2020 presidential candidate Kamala Harris endorse Joe Biden. She's talking now about how Joe Biden would be a great president and she supports Biden, all this. Wasn't it just 7-8 months ago that Kamala Harris was up on a debate stage with Joe Biden, accusing Joe Biden of being a racist? That happened last summer, and now all of a sudden, Kamala Harris is endorsing Joe Biden. How is it we're supposed to take this seriously? Harris saying that, Joe Biden should be president of the United States, when just last summer she was accusing the guy of being a bigot in public. It's absolutely outrageous. There's no way to take an endorsement like that seriously. And it's not just Harris. As I noted, there have been a lot of folks who have been endorsing Joe Biden, a lot of the individuals who have dropped out of the 2020 Democrat presidential primary endorsing Joe Biden, not just Kamala Harris, but also Cory Booker and Robert Francis O'Rourke and Amy Klobuchar, Pete Buttigieg, John Delaney, Deval Patrick, Tom Steyer, Michael Bloomberg. The list goes on and on, it seems, with all of these failed 2020 presidential hopefuls endorsing Joe Biden. The party is really rallying around Joe Biden. Again, no fault to his own, but this guy, he does not have the mental capacity to be the president of the United States. He has demonstrated that time and time again on the campaign trail. We've gone through the list, but just to give you a sampling of it, for those of you who might not remember, Joe Biden, this is the guy who cannot remember what state he is in during many of his campaign stops. This is a guy who forgot what century it was when he was vice president of the United States. He can't remember where he went to school. He can't remember what elected office he's currently running for. Just over the weekend, Biden had multiple instances where he again made absolutely no sense up on stage, where he was losing his train of thought part of the way through one of the statements that he was making. At one point over the weekend, Biden referred to himself as being an O'Biden-Bama Democrat. He's even mixing up his name with his former boss's name. It's just absolutely outrageous that all of this stuff is happening, and you still have all of these top Democrats rushing out to endorse Joe Biden. And again, not trying to pick on Joe Biden here. It's sad that Joe Biden clearly has some sort of a diminished mental capacity, could very likely have some condition that's causing this. Again, it's very sad, but we just have to recognize the reality of the situation. Since there are high stakes here, we're talking about who's going to be the next leader of the free world. We have to take this into consideration that Joe Biden clearly is not in a position to be the president of the United States at this point in time. And the fact that all of these Democrats are backing Joe Biden, that this is their guy, it really just goes to show you that the Democrat Party, they are not in a good place right now. They don't have a lot going for them if they really feel that this Joe Biden is the best that they've got. Clearly, the guy is not fit to be president of the United States. Fortunately, there is an alternative, and that's voting for Donald Trump and 4 more years of American prosperity by keeping America great. That's what you need to do come November. And that's all the time that we have for today. The John Muir Show, each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.